This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Goodard, and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, June the 9th, 1985, the LA Lakers finally popped their cherry. They were the NBA champions. Now, it's not to say that the LA Lakers, this is their first title in Los Angeles history. I'm just saying that they popped their cherry because the Boston Celtics had taken care of business against the Lakers every World Championship Series before that time. So the Celtics and the Lakers were battling each other. The Celtics won 63 games, the Lakers won 62, so that meant Boston had home court advantage. And the finals decided to implement a 2-3-2 series, which means that games 1 and 2 would be in Boston, 3, 4, 5 would be in LA, and then 6 and 7 back in Boston. The 2-3-2 format would be used until 2013, and then ever since 2014, it's 2-2-1-1-1. Anyway, the Lakers faced the Celtics for the 9th time in the final. The Celtics always had the Lakers number. 8 straight times the Celtics had a title against the Lakers. The Lakers needed to come back after losing the 84 finals to the Celtics. They put up 62 wins. James Worthy became the starting small forward instead of Jamal Wilkes. And Byron Scott would be a good backup to Magic Johnson and Michael Cooper. The Lakers would take down Phoenix, Portland, and Denver, getting them in the 3 playoff rounds, 11-2. Boston had 63 wins, the best team in the East. Larry Bird was MVP again. Kevin McHale was 6th man of the year, best bench player around in the NBA. But McHale would be a starter once Cedric Cornbread Maxwell had a knee injury. Danny Ainge became the shooting guard that Boston needed. After Boston traded Gerald Henderson to Seattle. Boston would take care of Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly to move on. So it looked pretty good. The Celtics and Lakers both split their regular season meetings, winning on home turf. So anyway, game 1, in front of a massive Boston Garden crowd. It was called the Memorial Day Massacre because on Memorial Day, on the Monday at 3:30 Eastern Time, CBS would host Game 1, and the Celtics crushed the Lakers 148-114. Never giving in and all that. Creed could not do much. He only had 12 points. Danny Ainge scored 15 points in the first quarter. And Scott Wedman actually made all 11 shots he attempted. So that was weird for Scott Wedman. Abdul-Jabbar apologized to his teammates for his terrible performance. It was actually a record for Celtics beating the Lakers in a final by margin of victory, 34 points. But the Celtics beat the Lakers 131-92 in 2008, breaking that mark. The Lakers would go on to win Game 2 in Boston, 109-102. As Kareem recovered with 30 points, 17 rebounds, and 8 assists. Michael Cooper put up 22 points, even tie. At the Forum, the Lakers crushed the Celtics. And the funny thing was that the Celtics actually had a 6-point lead at the half, but they fucked up. And the Lakers used that the Lakers were up by 6 points. And then they pulled away in the second half. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the playoff scoring leader of all time, beating Jerry Westmark. Larry Bird could not put up anything. Game 4 saw the Celtics narrowly beat the Lakers 107-105 with a buzzer beater by Dennis Johnson. So the series was tied 2-2. And then in Game 5, the all-important Game 5 to see who gets advantage coming to Boston. The Lakers put up a gigantic lead. The Lakers would have their lead cut to 4 points several times, but the Celtics couldn't pull away. Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made the shots, and the Lakers had to go back to Boston for a Sunday afternoon game. On CBS, Hugh Evans and Earl Strom were your referees. The game was actually tied at halftime, but the Lakers would use their third quarter magic again for the third straight game to win this one. The Lakers would, by the way, Abdul-Jabbar put up 29, James Worthy put up 28, and the Lakers became the first team and only team, it was the first time ever, the only team to clinch an NBA title on Boston Garden turf, which was weird. It's akin to the 1989 Calgary Flames being the only team to win the Stanley Cup against the Habs at the Forum. Now, of course, hockey purists will say technically the 1928 New York Rangers won the Stanley Cup versus the Montreal Maroons at the Forum. You're right, but this was against the Habs. It was the first time that the Celtics would suffer a loss on home turf. In fact, the Celtics, this was only the second time the Celtics lost the final. They were 15 and 2 in the final. They were 15 and 2, weren't they? Yeah, they were 15 and 2 in the finals in history. Well, that dropped them to 15 and 2 in the finals. The other time that the Celtics lost was 1958 to the St. Louis Hawks before going on their 8 in a row thing. Abdul-Jabbar was named Player of the Game, MVP of the series, his second Finals MVP. His other one was in 1971 with the Bucks. But anyway, he put up 25 points, 9 rebounds in 6 games. Worthy averaged 23.7, Magic 18.3 points, 14 assists per game. McHale would be a good shooter. Bird, not so much. 23.8. A little bit awkward. But it was just humongous and all that. And let's not forget that this past year, 2022, the Warriors won Game 6 in Boston to clinch the title. So anyway, the Lakers had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Cooper, Magic Johnson, Mitch Kupchak, Ronnie Lester, Bob McAdoo, the immortal one, Mike McGee, Chuck Nevitt, Kurt Rambis, Byron Scott, Larry Spriggs, and James Worthy on their roster. Boston used Danny Ainge, Larry Bird, Quinn Buckner, ML Carr, Carlos Clark, Dennis Johnson, Greg Kite, Cedric Maxwell, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Scott Webman, and Ray Williams. So CBS did their job, Dick Stockton and Tom Heising doing the commentary and all that. So the Lakers did what they could. I mean, you got to give props to Abdul-Jabbar, Cooper, Magic, Kurt Rambis, Byron Scott, and James Worthy. But Jamal Wilkes was still on that team, and so was Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo deserved a lot in his career. That's what he did. And that's what he will be remembered for. And that was finally the year that the Lakers could win the championship against the Celtics. The Celtics would go on to win in 86. Could win the title in 86 against Houston. But 87, the Lakers got them thanks to Magic's junior skyhook. The Lakers and Celtics would meet in the 2008 finals, which the Celtics won, and Paul Pierce did his "anything's possible" speech. The Celtics and Lakers are tied for the most NBA titles with 18. Is it 17? I think it's 17. No, it's 17, isn't it? Yeah, 17. Yeah, so Celtics and Lakers are forever tied for titles. And, two of the greatest teams of all time and one of the best rivalries in the 60s and 80s. So you can't beat that. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.